which was set up by unemployed trade unionists over 5 years ago. A recent innovation has been the Second Chance course, which gives adults the opportunity to return to education. We asked administration worker Mike Maguire what the centre had to offer the unemployed of the area.
To people in the Kirkby area who have problems in connection with their housing, possibly, or in terms of claiming benefits, are not sure what their rights are. We have 4 specialist workers here who can tell people exactly what the present law entitles them to, and we can give them advice on how to fill in the forms, which possibly they might not understand because it's written in very complicated language. Now, that service in the last year has generated in the region of £250,000, which has come back into the local community, and that has obviously been a great boost to such a deprived area as Kirkby.
What plans do you have for the future?
Well, in the very near future, we hope to set up an arts group in the centre, which will develop the local people's latent skills and talents in the field of painting, drawing. Possibly also we might be setting up a project which will do a mural in the large hall we have in the new centre, in which we hope to encourage a large number of people to take part in this over a 12-month period, and we hope to get money from the local council to fund this project. Now, many people will be coming in to do a little bit here and there according to their needs and what talents they have. We can't expect them to be involved on a technical and expert basis, but we'll encourage them to develop the confidence to take part in this project. And also in the future, we're getting inquiries from various groups, such as church-based groups, who hope to come into this centre to use it for the benefit of the community in giving advice and help to local people. And that should get off the ground within the next 3 months.
Okay, thanks.
Kirkby was constructed to ease the overcrowding of the inner areas of Liverpool. However, with the successful campaign against the drug pushers by Merseyside police, we seem to have inherited all the problems of a typical inner city while we remain a suburban area. This film is respectfully dedicated to all those involved in the fight against the drug menace.
You'll be deputy leader of the Labour group and the council when you're no longer in the Labour Party.
Well, first of all, people in Liverpool, particularly people in Netherley, the ward I represent, voted for me to be on the council. The Labour councillors then voted for me to be deputy leader of the council, as well as being chairman of personnel. And as far as I understand it, Tony, that neither the people in Liverpool nor the Labour councillors have changed their mind.
Yes, but you know, in politics, rules are rules. Now, the Labour councillors last night signed pieces of paper saying we recognise the NEC rules. NEC rules say if you're not in the Labour Party, you can't be there. The NEC say you're not in the Labour Party.
No, the Labour councillors last night decided that they weren't going to vote for a replacement for me, and by doing that, they've left me in the position as deputy leader of the Liverpool City Council.
Can I come on to another matter here? Mr. Hamilton, kicked in the teeth today, feels very bad. Is it a plan? Did you plan to do this to him?
First of all, I wasn't there last night, and I feel very, very, very sad about what happened to John Hamilton last night. I regret what happened last night. That wasn't intended at all. But again, we have to remember that
what was intended? You did have a plan, didn't you?
The Tory party, the district auditor, the courts, the press, have all tried to split the Labour group and they've all failed. The only people who succeeded, of course, is the NEC of the party. And not only did they succeeded in splitting the Labour group, they even last night made a mess of trying to actually go through that process.
What did you plan, briefly?
What we wanted last night was for John Hamilton to stay the leader, not to put an alternative to me, so I stayed deputy, and put Tony Byrne in the chair of the Labour group. Unfortunately, Larry Whitty stood up and decided that that was not to be the case. There couldn't be a separate chairman for a leader, and that then riled people in the Labour group who said, who is this person coming in telling us what we can do? In the same way as Peter Kilfoyle and the rest come in and pretend that they know what's happening in Liverpool and they don't. So they said, right, if that's the case, they'll put up an alternative for leader so Tony Byrne can chair the group. I think it was regrettable that that happened, but nonetheless, that is the way it went.
All right, Mr. Hatton, thank you very much for joining us. We'll leave it there, and more of this in our later bulletins. Thank you, Mr. Hatton.